Deep within the Nevada desert, a patch of land has captured imaginations worldwide. Area 51, cloaked in secrecy, has been the subject of intense speculation for decades. This heavily guarded military base has become synonymous with the unknown, a breeding ground for conspiracy theories. What truly happens within its perimeter? Is it a hub for advanced technology, a testing ground for experimental aircraft, or something more extraordinary? The truth, like the desert itself, seems to shift and shimmer in the heat. The government's long silence on Area 51's activities has only fueled speculation. While officials acknowledge its existence as a testing facility, the veil of secrecy remains largely intact. This lack of transparency has created fertile ground for theories that range from plausible to the utterly bizarre. The allure of Area 51 lies in its very mystery. It represents the unknown, a blank canvas upon which our hopes and fears about extraterrestrial life and advanced technologies are projected. But amidst the fantastical tales, there are questions that deserve serious consideration. Could there be more to Area 51 than meets the eye? Perhaps the most pervasive theory surrounding Area 51 involves the alleged crash of an unidentified flying object, or UFO, in Roswell, New Mexico in 1947. Witnesses claim to have seen debris from the crash, described as being of otherworldly origin. Rumors spread like wildfire, fueled by the government's initial confirmation of a flying disc before quickly retracting the statement. The official explanation, a crashed weather balloon, did little to quell the growing suspicion. Another theory posits that Area 51 houses captured alien spacecraft, possibly even extraterrestrial beings themselves. Proponents of this theory point to numerous eyewitness accounts of strange lights and unusual activity in the skies above the Nevada desert. Some claim to have seen strange humanoid figures in the vicinity of the base. While these accounts are often dismissed as misidentifications or fabrications, they continue to fuel the public's imagination. The government's tight-lipped approach to Area 51 has only served to intensify these beliefs. The lack of official information has created a vacuum, quickly filled by speculation and conjecture. For many, the silence itself is seen as evidence of a cover-up, a desperate attempt to conceal the truth from the public. The origins of the Area 51 conspiracy theories can be traced back to the early days of the Cold War. The United States, locked in an arms race with the Soviet Union, was engaged in covert operations and developing cutting-edge technology. The secrecy surrounding these activities created an atmosphere of suspicion and distrust. In the 1950s, the government began testing experimental aircraft, including the U-2 spy plane, at Area 51. These high-altitude flights often left contrails in the sky, which were visible to civilians on the ground. Unfamiliar with the technology, some people mistook these contrails for UFOs, further adding to the mystique of the base. The government's refusal to acknowledge the existence of Area 51 for many years only deepened the public's suspicions. It wasn't until the 1990s, following a Freedom of Information Act request, that the government finally acknowledged the base's existence. However, even this admission was accompanied by heavy redactions, leaving many questions unanswered. While the existence of extraterrestrial life remains a matter of debate, there is no denying that Area 51 has been the site of unusual activity. The base's remote location and tight security make it an ideal place to test experimental aircraft and conduct other classified projects. It's not difficult to imagine how these activities could be misinterpreted by those outside the loop. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence cited by believers is the testimony of Bob Lazar, a physicist who claims to have worked at Area 51 in the late 1980s. Lazar alleges that he was involved in reverse engineering alien technology and even claims to have seen recovered alien spacecraft. While his claims have been met with skepticism from the scientific community, they continue to hold a certain allure for those who believe in the possibility of extraterrestrial life. The debate over Area 51 ultimately boils down to a question of faith. Do you believe the government's official explanations, or do you believe that something more extraordinary is happening behind closed doors? The truth, as they say, is out there. Whether we'll ever know it for sure is another matter entirely. Deep